Lions TV. We are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors you can see on the screen right now. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2024, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your preview show looking ahead to Sunday's game at the Den. It is a 3 p.m. kickoff. It is on the custard and it is Millwall's Remembrance Day. We do it better than anyone else and I'm looking forward to getting down there early and getting amongst it and hopefully getting 3 points as always. Let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that Neil Harris might pick to start the match. And wallop, just like that, we have gone flying up the table. We currently sit in 10th position following back-to-back wins. And I think I'm beating in 3 or 4 now. We've not conceded hardly any goals either. So all get behind Neil Harris, please. I urge you to get behind Neil Harris. I've never known someone to get so much shit than he has and as much protection as some people used to give Gary Rowett. No one knows this football club or could do as much for this football club as Neil Harris has done in 10 lifetimes. Let alone this man's one lifetime. He's definitely steering the ship in the right direction with a good young side. In my opinion, it is just my opinion, but it absolutely baffles me that people still think he's a League One manager at best and he's not the man for the job. And what's also confused me a little bit is we're all Millwall, so we know that we don't always perform against the lesser sides, but when the big boys turn up, we do better against them. Of course, we got Burnley at home and then Leeds at home the next 4 days, and people are going, well, all right, we played the shit teams, but let's see how he steps up against the good sides. He usually makes us perform better and gets better results against bigger sides. I'll get into the prediction shortly, but team sheet-wise, you'll have Joe Bryan on the bench, who has had a good season, but Danny Mack was potentially man of the match again last time out against Swansea. The goalkeeper was brilliant. I mean, Denor's come off the bench and scored. You'll probably see him, to be honest, come back in for Wintle. But other than that, I'm not so sure it'll change anything. Duncan Watmore, look, wingers can be in and out, and Watmore's had a fantastic start to the season. But I do feel he looks a little bit off it on the weekend against Swansea. And I think he looked a little bit, maybe he'd been under the weather. I don't know why he wasn't in the matchday squad in our previous game, who I've forgotten who we played but beat. Not Derby, Plymouth. So I'm not sure why he wasn't in the squad. Maybe I can only assume he was ill. And now he's back in. He didn't look right to me. So I'll be interested again in bringing Aziz in, because I thought he did very well. And again, with run of games, I think he'll get better. He's got a good bit of quality on the ball. And he's always looking to get on it and try and hurt the opposition. But if I've got to stick my neck on the line, which I'm going to have to, because that's what I'm here for, I would say he'll probably bring back in Denor for Wintle. And other than that, he'll probably leave it as it is. Let's move on to our opposition. As we've already mentioned, it's Burnley. Managed by Scott Parker. He's got a hell of a money on the go these days, and you've probably just seen on the screen. Of course, Burnley were relegated from the Premier League last season under Vincent Kompany, and he left his position, or was he sacked? I'm not sure which, but he must have the best agent in the world because he got the Bayern Munich job, and Scott Parker came in and took straight over. And I think it was the opening game of the season that they played. Was they away at Luton? Did they win 4 or 5-1? They absolutely tore Luton to pieces that night. Not that really means anything, because as we're learning, Luton are not at the level that they was last season. However, they are faltering a little bit by what you would say are their own standards, because they've won only 2 of their last 5 league games. It is 1 win in the last 4 as well, drawing 3 of those and back-to-back draws. Last time out, they got a draw on Saturday against QPR at Turf Moor, which sees them sitting second in the table, 5 points behind current league leaders Sunderland. A win for us against Burnley on Sunday will see us move within 4 points of them and potentially hit the top 6. The one to watch for them, the one to not watch for them is going to be Mr. Muscles, as Pete calls him. Zian Flemming is ineligible to play in the game on Sunday. Of course, he is on loan technically from us. That will become permanent at the end of the season, where they are rumoured to pay around a £7 million fee. But as it stands, he's currently on loan from Millwall to Burnley, so he won't be able to give the Burnley Bermondsey Bergkamp any shit on Sunday. I'll be very surprised, actually, if he even bothers to travel down. I would rather he played. It would give us a little bit more of an edge, and he would definitely get absolute dog's abuse. But no Flemming for Burnley on Sunday. Let's move on to a prediction. And so, this is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. One thing that's not going to be a prediction is the amount of time we are going to spend out of possession of the football. Of course, It always happens to us anyway, but it's especially going to happen against a team that have just come from the Premier League, expected to go back at the first time of asking, and managed by Scott Parker. So they're going to pop the ball back. We're not going to have a lot of possession at all. In that instance, I'll probably be very tempted to play Ivanovic then, so we can get the ball up to him, make it stick. I don't think he will play the big Serb though. As I've said, I think he'll stick with Macaulay Langstaff. However, I am backing a big Serb to come off the bench and get a goal in a 1-1 draw. I'm not as scared as everyone else seems to be to play Burnley and Leeds. It's a big 4 days for the club. It's a big 4 days for Neil Harris and the fan base, and I'm sure we'll get behind it on Remembrance Day and we'll absolutely do it justice. And so that's your lot for this preview show. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, this should really go out on Friday because the game is on Sunday, but I've stuck to Thursdays. Apologies for not putting this out early to members. Also, apologies, I didn't put out a post-match for Plymouth. I was supposed to mention this at the start of the show. And I also haven't done any filming this week because if you listen, I have got a extremely heavy boot on. I said during the live stream Saturday that if you was watching that I've turned my ankle in a week and it's really, really hurting. Jumping up for Casper Di Ballon's winner on 90 minutes probably hasn't helped. But by Sunday night, well, I didn't sleep Sunday night. Monday morning, 7 a.m, I was in so much agony. I had to go to the hospital and I've got a badly sprained ankle. No broken bones. However, I am currently donning a boot. So I've been down my parents a week. I've been unable to walk. And I've come back today to film this. So it's out a day early. Just wanted to get it done. However, short story, extremely long. Like you always get with me. I haven't yet received any score predictions for the other boys at Lions TV. I did ask them yesterday. I got absolutely custard pied. I asked again today. I got a double custard. So hopefully they'll send them in while you're watching this and beyond. And I'll try and stick that out tomorrow. Enjoy your Saturday. I don't know what you're going to do on your day off. I am going to go to Welling once again. They're going to be at home. So I'm going to take my boys down there and enjoy a little bit of non-league local football. But I will see you in beautiful South Bermondsey on Sunday. If you're unable to get there, of course, I'll have you covered. I'll be live streaming from beautiful South Bermondsey. Really fluffed my lines here, but I can't bother to cut that. On Sunday from around the 2:40 p.m. mark. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.